The other day, I saw a kid walking around and using an iPad at the same time. It looked totally ridiculous, and that's kind of the vibe Screenbound is going for, but more fun and less potentially life-threatening. This is just a quick little video about the project because we don't really know much about it yet, other than the fact that it's a wonderful idea. So I guess this is what a 5D platformer would look like, walking around in a 3D world while also controlling a 2D one. 3 plus 2, 5. Screenbound is very much a work in progress, but it has been making its rounds on the internet, and I thought it was about time that I bring it to your attention. Sorry in advance about the low resolution video. All I can say about that is thanks, Twitter. The gimmick here is that when you move around in the 3D world, you also move in the handheld game. In the words of the developers, it's a game about being distracted, but totally in control. And since the handheld is only in 2D, strafing from side to side in the real world won't actually move your character on that screen. So you can sort of change lanes to get around obstacles and collect stuff. Everything we've seen so far is fairly basic in terms of puzzles and levels, but I don't doubt that the devs could cook up something truly mind-blowing by building onto this simple idea. The game kind of reminds me of The Witness, which I'm actually playing right now, and how some of those maze puzzles extend into the real world in the game. Usually you're solving mazes that are confined to these panels, but there are mazes everywhere for those with the eyes to see. Another game that does something similar, combining 2 dimensions in a weird way, is Viewfinder, which came out last year and is all about using photography to bring photos to life and their contents into the real world. But it seems like people are loving this idea, and it probably won't be long before we see some suspiciously similar games popping up. Hopefully the devs are able to really get things moving with the prototype, maybe put out a demo to get player feedback, and show off some more puzzle types and mechanics. They've said they want it to be a mix of Super Mario style levels with some puzzle solving, and coincidentally, I was also reminded of Super Paper Mario when looking at these videos, and how things can be hidden in one axis and then revealed when you flip, literally giving you a new perspective on the world. The same thing could be done here, with the handheld kind of being like one axis, and the 3D world is an alternate view of that with hidden secrets and stuff. I think what's so exciting to me about this project is that the possibilities are pretty much endless. Different worlds and biomes, maybe a story about the actual game within a game, how you as the player found it, who created it, or maybe the 3D world is also another game and we're actually playing it in VR. Imagine that. Now, games inside of games definitely aren't a new concept, and I always love that extra meta layer they add to the experience of playing. The first one that comes to mind is the Pico 8 version of Celeste inside Celeste. But that one doesn't let you control both versions of Madeline at once, because that would be a total disaster. Then there's Journey of the Prairie King from Stardew Valley, but I really don't want to think about that game ever again. I tried to get that achievement so many times, and my game will forever be incomplete without it. Anyways, if you're interested in Screenbound, you can find the developer on Twitter. I'm sure that they'd love to hear your ideas for improving and expanding on the game and whatnot, and they could use some more followers. That's all for now, but I'll be sure to report back with any major news like a playable demo or a Steam page. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it.